Today I'm reviewing the GMKtec Gaming Mini PC K8 Plus with an AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS, 32GB of DDR5 memory, and a 2TB SSD. If you want to check current pricing or configuration details, it's linked below. I've been using this mini PC on my desk for everyday gaming, productivity, and media playback. My impressions are based on real-world behavior rather than just looking at spec sheets. Let's set expectations early. This isn't a tower desktop with room for large GPUs or custom cooling. It's a compact system designed to balance performance, footprint, and connectivity. It won't compete with full-size desktops in raw GPU power, but that's not its category, and it's important to be clear about that up front. In everyday use, the Ryzen 7 8845HS feels noticeably responsive. Opening apps, switching between browsers and games, and jumping into productivity tools feels smooth. The 8 cores and 16 threads provide enough headroom that background tasks don't immediately interrupt gaming or creative work. For gaming, this isn't a high-end RTX class box, but the integrated or modest discrete graphics capabilities handle many titles at 1080p with playable performance. Competitive games and popular esports titles run comfortably, and heavier AAA titles can be enjoyable with settings dialed appropriately. If you're expecting ultra-high frame rates at max settings, that isn't the intended use here, but it delivers solid results for what this class realistically supports. Thermals are a key focus in mini PCs, and it's where many compact systems struggle. In my time with this unit, thermals stayed under control during typical gaming and general workloads. The system does get warm under sustained use, and fans spin up noticeably, but I didn't observe performance throttling that significantly impacted the experience. Noise under load is audible but stays in a consistent hum rather than aggressive spikes. In lighter tasks, it settles into a quiet background presence. The 32GB of DDR5 RAM is meaningful in this segment. It lets you keep multiple apps, tabs, and utilities open without immediate memory pressure. That's especially useful if you're gaming while streaming or running creative tools in the background. The 2TB SSD makes the system feel particularly responsive day to day. Boots are quick, load times are short, and you have room for a substantial game library or large media collections without juggling space. One aspect that stood out is the connectivity. Dual 2.5G NICs give flexibility for faster wired networking, which can be useful in home setups or small office environments. HDMI 2.1 support makes it easy to connect to higher refresh monitors or TVs without adapters, and USB4 adds future-ready peripheral support. Build quality feels thoughtfully engineered. The mini PC's chassis feels solid, and all ports are easy to access without feeling cramped. Setup was straightforward out of the box. Now, let's talk positioning. If what you're really after is highest-end gaming performance with top-tier discrete GPUs, full desktops will outperform this by a noticeable margin. That's just the nature of physics and cooling in a compact chassis. Compared with laptops with similar specs, this unit avoids the thermals and battery constraints of mobile designs. It delivers steadier performance because it runs from desktop power and has slightly better airflow than most laptop systems. This system makes the most sense for buyers who want a compact desktop with solid general performance. Play esports and many AAA games.